So if you want to up your game, like I want to up my game, I'm going to hang out with people that I admire, that humble me.
Digital real estate's going to be enormous, and I want to be at the forefront of it, not only with my businesses, but I want to build the community that is also going to be a part of it so that I can do more deals with them and joint venture and get even better ideas and build better teams.
Well, this is Ryan's go-to. He thinks so wide in terms of abundance. He's always thinking about, not only is he going to be the forefront of all this, he's not even going to be greedy. He says, I actually want a community to be the forefront of it because he knows the power of the mastermind and power of teams. Deals happen because people work together and they think creatively to how to solve the problem.
Teams. Speaking of teams, this leads to the next question of what kind of members do we want to attract for Tykes? Short answer is, I want people who add value with their own unique talents. We need real-world real estate experts. We also need people who are experts in the metaverse. We need people who are going to help us develop all of these things in the tech side. We need investors who want to fund these different businesses that come up from the community, as well as fund different deals. We're looking for great operators, networkers, content creators, and anybody who can help our community grow. We've already got thousands of people inside the Discord, and so many people are stepping up to volunteer.
I mean, I get tired of thinking about it because what he says speaks the truth. I'm a head mod there and I see the passion behind there. And these are people, randoms on the internet that just love crypto. There's a lot of hardcore hustlers out there. I thought I was something in terms of my work ethic, but I am humbled by people that I meet. And I want to hang out with more of them. So if you want to up your game, like I want to up my game, I'm going to hang out with people that I admire, that humble me. The community will reward people that put in the effort, that are willing to do what it takes.
What's the utility? Well, as I said before, number one, first and foremost, is the community and the mastermind we create. We're going to be putting a ton of time and effort into building that out so that it works properly and people are able to connect with each other and build and collaborate.
This is kind of a lot of people on the Twitter spaces in the MMA, when people say that, they gloss over this. But I think for me and Ryan and what we're seeing as the value of the community is the community. The utility is the community. The utility is people. You can see the swarm of people coming in, just bringing in what their best version of themselves in.
We're gonna have real life events that you can use the coins to buy into. And I'm also gonna be buying real estate all over the country that the Tykes holders are going to get to stay at. Essentially, I'm gonna be buying properties in really cool cities, and Tykes holders are going to be able to buy the rights to stay at that property on certain dates. Now, the best way to describe it is it's kind of like a timeshare in that you get to stay at those dates, but it's not. And I can get into all the reasons why it's not, mainly because of the legal side of how we are structuring all these things. I've spent thousands of dollars on the legal side to make sure that we are complying with SEC regulations.
This is new. This is what we've been waiting for the alpha, the MMA. So he's basically saying with the Tykes, there's gonna be real world real estate that we can stay at if we are owner of Tykes. It's kind of like timeshare, but it's not, because you can't call it a timeshare because there's certain rules around it. Conceptually, you could think of it like timeshare. But the key part of what I think I heard, and I have to rewind, is if you're an owner of Tykes, you could stay in certain parts around the country. It's awesome.
And so much of the legal work on this is very gray area, and we're kind of going to be paving the way, and I would guess that laws are going to be made based on what we end up doing and how they perceive it. So long story short, there's gonna be a ton of real world value, not only with these sick houses that you're gonna be able to stay in, as well as real life events, but other stuff that I haven't even talked about yet.
Sick houses and real life events. So I heard the second part, right, which I didn't talk about, which is you could use Tykes to go to real life events that maybe he hosts. That's very exciting too, right? You're like a ticket to real life events. But the idea is it's tied to a real world asset, which is traditional real estate. And if you own this, you have access to it, which is awesome. And I think another thing I heard is whatever we end up doing or what Ryan's doing, law's gonna be forming around that because it's so gray right now. He can dance around the gray, but once it gets executed, the laws will be like, well, you guys are the pioneers. We gotta form rules around what you guys doing, and you can't do this, but you could do this. Isn't that exciting? He's writing the rules.
Yeah. And the best part of utility is I already have our very first house for this model that the Tykes are gonna get to stay at. I'm gonna be doing a YouTube video walking through it to show you the details of how it will work. Now, after hearing that, I'm sure that the next question you wanna know is, how much is the NFT gonna be? When's it gonna launch? How do you get on the whitelist? All that stuff. Our goal is to launch these NFTs.
So he says there's already a house that the Tykes holders can stay at.
So I would expect sometime in early July to be able to purchase these. As far as price and quantity goes, we're looking at releasing 5,000 of these NFTs. They're gonna have different types of rarities, and for price, it's not set in stone yet, but my initial gut tells me that we're gonna be at around 0.2 ETH. Now don't hold me to it because we still got a ways to go before launch, but as of right now, at the filming of this video, that is the plan. Now, as it goes for the whitelist, if you want to be involved, there are multiple.
This is not new. He talks about the whitelist, which is how do you get a Tyke. He says there's going to be about 5,000 quantity. That's not new. He revealed that in the MMA. He says 0.2 ETH, which is about $600 USD. The new thing he says, there's going to be different levels. He says there's some are going to have rarity. I like that. It's like Pokemon cards. Certain people will have certain abilities and certain people will not. And I want to know what the rarities are. It's kind of like a video game. Not all 5,000 is going to be the same. Like each one is unique. Not everyone's going to have a unique attribute, but the rare ones, they're going to have a special group, and those will have special attributes. Cryptocurrency in this digital space, it's all very much like a video game. It's all derived from video games at a certain level. Hope you get lucky. You know, you spend the dice, and then now you got a special Tykes. If you haven't joined the Discord, please join. I'll put a link below. The community is really strong right now.